I definitely want to touch on delivery method because I think that's really important too. Because there are a couple of different ways of delivering feedback that really differ, don't they? What can you tell us what those are if you can
Yeah,
remember?
hugely different. So the thing you might encounter, particularly if you're kind of just stepping into the space and like sending your script off for some notes, like a transaction. Got a spec script, you send it off to a consultant who does one-off written notes, and you get back, well, effectively a script report to all intents and purposes. Um, those written notes, particularly if there is no opportunity to discuss them with the person who wrote them, I think is the most challenging to work with. It's so challenging. Like at Script Angel, we don't go anywhere near it. I just think it's too hard for writers, and it's really unsatisfying from our end as well to work in that way.
Which,
Pure
funnily
written
enough,
notes.
is just to say is probably the most readily available type
Yeah,
of
it
notes that
is.
are out there. That you get them from services, you get them from competitions. It is one
Yeah.
way written feedback generally, isn't it? Which is
Oh,
tough.
really tough, really, really tough. And we'll talk about, when you're giving notes in that form, kind of ways you can kind of help mitigate some of that. But as a receiver of written notes with no opportunity to discuss them with the person who wrote them, I think it's the most challenging and a time at which you most need to separate yourself from the work, and to try and make sure you kind of hold the way it's written really lightly and just find the notes that you find most helpful, because it is most likely to be where you've paid, and so you can do the notes or not. If you are engaging professionally, so you've been optioned, you're in development, and you get written notes, there should be an opportunity, even if it's the written notes that come first, there should be an opportunity to discuss them.
Yeah.
And neither of those is my preferred way of working. But it is something you're going to encounter if you're receiving feedback. Certainly,
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
getting written notes, if there is an opportunity to pay a little bit more to be able to have a follow-up call to discuss, I would really consider it, because the problem with written notes is I'm trying to guess what I think you wanted this to be or
Uh-huh.
achieve. And I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to guess your intent. And so I'm giving notes based on my best guess as to what
Yep.
you intended on the page, and then trying to kind of help you make sure that that's what it is. But I could have completely misconstrued that.